Lord of the Rings, we got another trailer. I think we had a teaser trailer, first trailer. This was the technically the third trailer that they showed off at Comic-Con. Uh, what did you guys think? Are you excited for this new Lord of the Rings trailer?
I think it looks great. Visually, everything looks really dope. It looks like they got a huge cast, and it looks like there's just a lot going. Like you could tell, like throughout that season, there's just gonna be a lot to keep up with. And so yeah, the first impressions of what they showed on Comic Con is that it looks really dope, and I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, yeah, and it's great that we're getting 10 episodes. So I'm pretty sure they're going to develop that story really well. And from my understanding, from what I've read, they're about like almost an hour long. So we're going to get 10 hours of Lord of the Rings. John, what did you think when you saw that trailer?
I think it looked awesome. I also think it looked very expensive because I was like, I haven't seen great digital effects like this in a minute, dude. I was
Yeah.
like, compared to the stuff we've been seeing in Marvel lately, I'm like, this looks real, bro. That's a real dragon flying through the sky.
Yeah, man.
Not, dude, but it looks great. Like, I really enjoyed the original movies and The Hobbit, and I never got to read the books, but it's like seeing this trailer and seeing the last, I think it was like 3 trailers, right?
Yeah.
The last 2 or 3 trailers that came out, like they look great. I'm really interested in it. It makes me want to like go back and read and check them out to see what the story is, just so I could follow along with it,
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the interesting thing about this series, that it takes place in the Second Age, which is prior to the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit stories. So they, other than Elrond and Galadriel, we really don't know what other familiar characters we'll see. And this kind of getting inspired by the book Silmarillion. Lord knows what they're gonna come up with. Are they gonna follow the story the way it was written in that book to the T, or are they gonna take a lot of creative liberties, which I'm sure they will. But as long as they do it, as long as they make a good show and it's entertaining and it captures the imagination and stays true to Tolkien's vision and spirit to the stories that he created, I'm down, man. And I have to say, there's a couple of things that really got me excited. Is that we hear a little bit of Howard Shore's musical score, and he composed the music for all the Lord of the Rings movies, all the Hobbits. So you're gonna get to hear a little bit of his music. And then we also got the Balrog at the end of that trailer. And and I have to do a comparison. I haven't had a chance to compare that one from the movies, but damn, it looks like it's within the same world, because it was a very similar art design for the Balrog, and it just looks so freaking menacing. And I had no idea what to expect when that little leaf was falling down and then it landed, it caught on fire, and then you see the Balrog roaring. That was dope. That just got me out of my seat, man.
Yeah, immediately I was like, "You shall not pass."
Right? Made you want to grab a robe and a broom.
I was sweeping, dude, and I was like, boom. Dust came up and everything.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh man, I'm so down. And we got to see Sauron in his physical form, right? Because in the movies we only saw him in the armor, and we saw the eye of Sauron, and in the extended editions we saw the mouth of Sauron. So we never really got to see in the movies what he actually looked like. So we're gonna see Sauron here in this story. Now, my question is, are we gonna see Sauron before he reveals himself to be evil and bad to everyone? Or is he going to be the bad guy from the very beginning? And are we going to see, because Sauron had a master himself, right? Like everybody has a boss. Everybody reports up to somebody. Mm-hmm. And the prior evil was Morgoth. And are we going to see that within the Second Age? Or was Morgoth completely gone by that point? And it's just Sauron, making moves and counter moves, right? Just trying to take over Middle Earth. So,
well, see, that's what... sorry, that's what actually excites me about watching this show, because like I said, I don't know much about it. Is like I would like to see him become the villain slowly, or find the reason why, because they never really explain why. Is he just bad because he wants power? Like there has to be a little bit more to it. He's not just like a one-dimensional villain, you know. Like let's see, because a lot of movies and stories, they've been adding those extra layers of their villains, and which is awesome, because then we kind of understand like what, like we're seeing things through their eyes a little bit, you know. So if they can show that character development and show like why he turned so evil and dark, it would be cool. I think that's where they really win the show over.
Yeah, and I know you played the Shadow
Mordor?
of Mordor. Yeah, and they tell a little bit of that story with Celebrimbor and him being tricked by Sauron to create the rings, and then he was betrayed. So I'm wondering if a little bit of what we saw in the video game is going to play out here in the series as well. And obviously this is all part of the lore from the book The Silmarillion and all that good stuff, but how much are they going to
fit it together,
delve into that, right?
Yeah, I wonder if they will fit it together, but it would be awesome, because I love that video game. I also love the original throwback game that we used to play, that you could play as like each of the characters, like the Hobbits and King. I forgot, was it 4 if it was PlayStation 2?
It was Return of the King video game for the PS2. Yeah,
if they made a new video game, I'd be on that, because that was a lot of fun. Multiplayer online. Sony, if you're listening.
Yeah. It was co-op and everything. Like that was great, man.
We need more.
Hell, man, just remake that same one, because that one was dope.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Really cool. Yeah. Well, any final thoughts on Lord of the Rings?
No, just bring it on. Getting ready for
Bring it on. Bring the ring, the one ring to rule them all. I am totally ready for that, man. Like Sundays are gonna be great, because it's gonna be Lord of the Rings. Well, I think the new Game of Thrones show is gonna come out first, so we're gonna get the House of Dragon. I think that starts a few weeks before Lord of the Rings. So after that, man, it's gonna be Dragon Sundays. Dragon Sundays. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I am ready for that.
Are they gonna play that on Sundays? The House of Dragons?
I think so.
I think we spoke about that, because I don't have they said it. It's the 21st that I think is starting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. August 21st, I believe. So it has to be Sundays, man. That played really well for them with Game of Thrones. So
you go to church and then you go watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And Lord of the Rings. All right.